Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. Today we'll be ranking every Illumination movie and place it in a tier list. Illumination may not be the best, and there are people who aren't really a fan of their movies. That is why I'm here today to talk about them and ranking their good and bad movies. Sit back, relax, and let us get started.
Illumination!
Despicable Me. This movie is about a supervillain named Gru. The first movie is primarily focused on him being kinda hated. He owns a bunch of yellow people called minions who work for him and adopts 3 orphans to help steal a laser device from a guy called Vector to get the moon for himself. The second movie is where Gru meets an annoying girl who turns out to be his soulmate later on. A bunch more minions doing what they do best, messing around, showing their booty, shaking it, and enjoying life on a prison-like facility in the hands of a fat, evil macho man who owns a Mexican restaurant. The final movie is probably the worst one, actually. Gru meets his twin brother named Drew, a rich brother who owns all the money from their father, as the team works together to stop a terribly executed villain named Bratz. Putting all 3 movies together, though, I'll definitely rank them in S tier. The Secret Life of Pets. Like, how original can a movie like this truly be? Many say it's just a ripoff of Toy Story, and there is quite a big resemblance, honestly. Some characters feel exactly the same with their personality and the way it's structured. The story, though, goes like this. Max is the main protagonist with a basic identity who is so loved by his owner, and then he gets super jealous that his owner got a new brown big dog. Kinda reminds me of the way Woody and Buzz first met. The 2 dogs then start fighting and get kidnapped by animal control, end up in a gang of a bunch of useless, pathetic side characters. The snake boss gets crushed, the 2 dogs run away from the gang. I'm done. Just go watch Toy Story, please. It's a lot better. I'll definitely rank this movie, though, in C tier. The Lorax. Now, you can't go wrong with the movie's soundtrack. It is fire. The movie is about the environment getting ruined and how it's bad for your health, but the funny thing is, the movie does go off course and shifts away from the main plot. It's weird how the ad campaign of the movie was a car driving in the beautiful forest to send a strong message, that in the movie it just disappears. So the main character Ted wants to smash a beautiful girl he likes, but the girl wants a tree. In exchange for a tree, she will smash him. Great deal right there. So Ted goes to an old wrinkly man named Onceler, who tells the origin story of how he cuts down all the trees, leading to the town having less air, which led to the villain of the show, O'Hare, making big boy cash from selling air in bottles. Simple premise, but in the end, not greatly executed. I'll put this movie in B tier. Okay, so I'm pretty sure many of you actually know the story of the Grinch. If you watched the movie back in the good old days, the live action, it's exactly the same, but it's animated, of course. The Grinch hates Christmas and wants to steal it all for himself because in his childhood, he never really got to experience or celebrate this holiday for himself. He steals all the presents, but feels really bad in the end and returns all the gifts to where everyone forgives him and welcomes him as a friend. It's one of the more better movies that From Illumination has created. A good Christmas movie to enjoy the family and have a really good time. I'll put this movie in A tier. Sing. Oh boy, okay, this was kinda meh, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I know there may be a lot of Sing fanboys and girls out there praising this movie for being amazing, but it's literally just a bunch of animals singing popular pop songs on stage with, celebrity actors with very little, story material to work with. The first movie was mostly okay, but then the second one was kinda worse. No improvements, nothing new added to the table, it's basically the exact same replica. I mainly see this as like a cash grab method from Illumination, but of course, Sing is gonna be a hit because it does feature great soundtracks, but that's really about it. The movie goes in C tier. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. Wow, okay. Now, at first I thought this movie was gonna be really somewhat of a disaster due to the selection of the voice actors like Chris Pratt as Mario. What a shocker. But in the end, actually, watching this all the way, I felt relieved that I was wrong. Illuminations has really done extremely well, and for a video game that I dearly hold as one of my all-time favorites during my childhood, and also now, I'm impressed with what I saw. Mario and Luigi open up their own plumbing company, which fails miserably. They get sucked into another world through a warp pipe and must stop the wrath of Bowser from retrieving the stolen Power Star and save the princess from getting married to that brute. By the way, Jack Black did truly an amazing voice for Bowser, especially that Peach song. Boy really got some riz to his voice. Very solid A tier movie. I just gotta ask myself sometimes, why the hell is this movie even a thing? The entire movie is just filled to the brim with minion wacky moments that people upload moments to that film on YouTube and call it a day. They are getting rich from these videos, my boy. This movie shows the evolution of minions and how they grow from a yellow dot and grow eyes, live in a forest, then get hired to work under a supervillain named Scarlet to help steal a crown, and then the minions betray her and Gru shows up in the end and takes the crown for himself. That's it. That's literally the story. And the rest of the stuff in between what I just said, minion moments. C-tier movie. To save you the best time, just forget about watching the Minions and skip to this one. Minions: The Rise of Gru. The origin story of how Gru became, well, Gru. There is a lot of more, less minion stuff going on, and more about Gru, which I can really appreciate, but sometimes I just can't stand minion moments. It's a waste of space and potential to make the movie good, which does happen here a few times. Minions having to learn kung fu to save Gru from being kidnapped by the vicious villain group, bike riding and jumping off a cliff doing a stunt, dressing up as chickens to question what the hell is even going on in this movie. I'm probably never eating bananas ever again because they just heavily remind me of Minions. Anyways, it's not really a bad movie, but it definitely goes in the A tier. Now we're on probably one of the worst Illumination movies of all time. It's an abomination. The direction, the writing, just everything about it is so damn bad. It's ironically funny whoever at Illumination Studio thought that this villain chick was a good idea. I'm losing brain cells just thinking about this, honestly. Anyways, Hop is a movie about a bunny that has to continue the family legacy by becoming the Easter Bunny, but instead, he wants to play drums, and he's quite good at it. Then we meet my man, the guy named Fred, the jobless, homeless, disgusting loser who gets given a free mansion by his sister and a job interview that he failed at. We then meet the chick, the worst villain in history. He wants to become the Easter Bunny. Just why? Why? I'm betting that the people at Illumination who thought of this got let go for this terrible idea. The ending was even worse with how Hop saves Easter by simply playing the drums, making the chicks dance and distracting them. Yeah, I'm putting trash tier, not even C tier, it's going in the trash tier, in the dumpster. And there you guys have it, every Illumination movie ranked in a tier list. Hope you did enjoy, and let me know down in the comment section below which Illumination animated movie was your personal favorite. Thank you all for watching, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll be catching you all in the next one.